WWE Champion. If everything that I say comes true and Roman Reigns loses the Universal Championship, he's only left with the WWE Championship, and that means he's a Monday Night Raw Superstar because that's their championship. He's got to go back and defend it over there. Fox is not going to want that. So what we do is we have Roman lose both championships in the same night. Drew McIntyre beats him with the Claymore kick. 1, 2, 3, Universal Championship, and then Seth Rollins cashes in on Roman Reigns, and Roman Reigns loses both the WWE and Universal Championships at Clash of the Castle, while Seth Rollins cashes in on Roman Reigns, doing a throwback to WrestleMania 31, where he did the same thing against Reigns and Lesnar. Then Roman Reigns can go part-time. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. The WWE title will be back on Seth Rollins on Monday Night Raw. Drew McIntyre can lead SmackDown, and Roman, he could go and feud wherever the fuck he wants until Dwayne decides he wants to wrestle Roman at WrestleMania. That's the way you go about it. Seth Rollins, as a heel, has baby faces he could wrestle. AJ Styles, Edge, right? We could see that on Monday Night Raw for the rest of the year. A match or a feud again with Edge, I'll take it. Whatever they did in their 3-match series was great. AJ and Seth Rollins for the WWE title, AJ's going to need to be built back up, and that's something that could be something. By that time, we'll have a draft. Maybe we get Carmelo Hayes. Maybe we get Braun Breaker. Maybe we get somebody coming up from NXT that's big enough and believable enough to challenge Seth Rollins and continue that train going until Cody comes back and wins the Royal Rumble and wins the WWE Championship from Seth Rollins in match number 4 at WrestleMania. Everybody's already claiming that this is a bad idea. Some people, I shouldn't say everybody, but some people are claiming this is a bad idea. Well, how do you want somebody who lost to Cody 3 times and 1 time with 1 arm to be the champion and for Cody to be the one to take on Seth Rollins? We're out of choices. We're out of choices right now. What WWE really should have done is they should have brought up Braun Breaker, and they should have had Braun Breaker build up through April, May, June, July, and all the way up until SummerSlam for Braun Breaker to be the one to challenge Roman Reigns and take the WWE Championship from Roman Reigns. That's what should have been done. But they didn't do that, because WWE is not in the business of building new stars. So that's the only thing that I could see happening to make everything right. Roman having both championships right now, creatively, it's holding the WWE hostage, and Monday Night Raw does not have a world championship. If we have to bear through and sit through a fucking hosting contest with Austin Theory and Bobby Lashley, I think it's time we need to get the WWE title back in the main event on Monday night. And finally, guys, we have news. If you guys watch NXT, which I don't think you guys do, actually, I got 2 more stories. Troy Donovan, NXT's 2 dimes. Troy 2 dimes Donovan. He was with Tony D'Angelo, my boy Tony D over here. He was released. Nobody knows why he was released until now. Apparently he was released because of a policy issue. It was a decision to release him because of a policy issue. It was stated that WWE might bring him back in the next year. However, at the time, no word released on what was the reason why he was released and what the policy was. Dave Meltzer reported in the latest edition of the Wrestling Observer newsletter that he was fired for failed drug test. A failed drug test. Now, unless WWE changed their fucking drug policy, that would be strike 1 and you are suspended for 30 days. I honestly think that WWE wanted Troy Donovan gone from the company, or maybe he was going to be on the fucking chopping block anyway, and they just decided to cut their fucking losses and cut their ties with him now, and use this as a way to get him out of it. But if the policy that he broke was a failed drug test, from what I remember, unless they changed it, WWE's drug policy is first offense failed, 30 days, second day failed, 60 days, third day, fired. So they went from breaking the drug policy to fire. They didn't even do the 30 days or the 60 days. A failed drug test. That's why they released this guy. Sounds very sketchy to me. John Laurinaitis was a part of this. 2 Dimes had just worked the first night of the NXT tour in Tampa on June 10th and was told the next day before the Saturday show in Largo by Head of Talent Relations John Laurinaitis that if everything is clear, he should apply for a job to return in about a year. I don't understand that. Very, very sketchy there. Once again, by John Laurinaitis. So we'll see what happens, man. I find that to be incredibly weird when WWE's drug policy is not immediate termination. It is easily 30-day suspension, and then you come back and you right the ship after that, and you work to wipe your fucking record clean. I don't understand it. And then finally, guys, we got Booker T. Booker T. This is the dumbest thing I read all week, man. Booker T on Jeff Hardy's arrest. He says, and I quote, "I think AEW has some responsibility today." So you're partially blaming, I should say. He didn't fully blame AEW for throwing but he's partially blaming AEW for Jeff Hardy's years and years and years of alcohol problems.
What?
On his Hall of Fame podcast, Booker T talked about the Jeff Hardy drunk driving. He was arrested. He was pulled over. Police took out their weapons. Hardy was a complete mess. Didn't know where he was going, didn't know where he was coming from. Stated that he had fireball or shot through fireball. He was on his way to get a brain scan.
You know,
Sobriety test on the side of the road, couldn't even stand. He sat all Malachi Black like in the middle of the road. They brought him to the parking lot where he could not even walk a straight line.
They'll let you know if you got it, if you don't got it.
If
they call you back, you'll take a road test, and then
we're just talking about how serious alcohol is and how serious addiction really is. Jeff Hardy has been one of those guys who have been going through it for quite some time. It's public as far as Jeff Hardy's struggles with addiction.
Yeah.
I must say, when I heard about it, I was like, wow, man, it's serious, because this is serious. This is a Class 3 felony. He could face up to 5 years in prison. That right there makes it a little bit different. You could actually end up in prison for driving drunk, let alone the Sonny situation where someone could die. It could really, really be serious, just from an alcohol perspective. He's facing 5 years for this right here. I don't wish that on anyone. People are going to say, man, he deserves it. I've seen the comments already saying AEW didn't put the drink in his hand and didn't put the keys in his hand and make him drive. Yeah, they didn't, but I think AEW has some responsibility to bear, because you go back and look at the compilation of death-defying dives Jeff Hardy has pulled since arriving at AEW, and I'm going to tell you right there, that pain comes along with it. When you've got pain, a lot of times you'll go and drink and take some drugs to numb the pain. Therefore, damn it, I just relapsed. Did he try to do it? Probably not. But that's what people with addiction do, so they do have some responsibility to bear here. Jeff Hardy's been in AEW for 6 weeks. Meanwhile, he wants to blame 20 fucking years of WWE doing the same thing on AEW. Jeff Hardy, all because he went to AEW as an active pro wrestler, doesn't mean that all of a sudden his pain and his aches and pains and his fucking body that right now is writhing and screaming at him. You think 20 years of fucking throwing yourself off fucking ladders and going through pain and doing everything that Jeff Hardy did magically is going to go away because you now work for the enemy in Tony Khan and AEW? I failed to comprehend how Booker T is making a correlation between Jeff Hardy's problems and giving responsibility and blaming AEW partially for Jeff Hardy driving fucking drunk at 10:30 in the morning because he opted to go drink Fireball at 10:30 in the morning after a night of drinking all night where he possessed keys to a fucking car. How he got the car, I don't know. Who was with him, I don't know. He had to be with somebody. Booker T, don't know the man personally. His professional opinion is absolutely fucking the worst I've ever heard. And there are some jerks out there, man. Everybody can shit on Jim Cornette. Jim Cornette, even though he's got me blocked, the fucking scumbag. Who knows what the fuck he's talking about? Eric Bischoff may be online with fucking Booker T nowadays. Bruce Pritchard, these fucking clueless hacks. They don't know anything, man. They don't know anything. They're trying to hang on to any shred of relevancy that still exists with the fucking WWE crowd and the AEW crowd. He knows what he's doing. He's pulling on the heartstrings of all the haters of AEW by saying what he said here. Meanwhile, maybe Booker T was in a fucking coma during the pandemic. Isn't WWE the company that started a storyline with Jeff Hardy and Sheamus that indirectly made directly, I should say, not even indirectly, I have to write your fucking thing, that directly made light and brought to attention Jeff Hardy's alcohol problems and his demons? They had this man behind the wheel of a fucking car, blaming him for driving drunk and who tried to run over Sheamus. Or I think it was the other way around. The other way around. Or Sheamus was trying to run over Elias or something like that. I don't know who's fault, but Jeff Hardy was blamed in that. Jeff Hardy was blamed in that. Then they have Jeff Hardy go on TV and have a feud with Sheamus, where alcohol is shoved in his face. They got a butler hanging out in the rain with fucking champagne bottles and alcohol. They have this guy take a fucking piss test on national television. Jeff Hardy's an alcoholic. Jeff Hardy's a fucking a drunk. All his demons, blah, 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 ha, ha, ha. Then they culminate these two in a feud in a fucking bar. No, I guess Booker T had a fucking coma when he was going through the pandemic like the rest of us watching WWE TV inside the fucking gymnasium. No, but WWE isn't to blame, though. Yeah, let's blame AEW because that's where Jeff Hardy is now employed with Tony Khan and AEW. Booker T is the worst fucking opinion in all of the IW. It's definitely up there, man. There's a top 3 Booker T's in the top. What a complete fucking joke. 20 years of WWE doing the same thing. I didn't hear him say anything about WWE and the fact that they had Jeff Hardy doing the same fucking thing. The first thing that they fucking had Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy do when they came back at WrestleMania 33 was, you guessed it, jump off fucking ladders. Booker T is a complete waste of an opinion, man. Anybody that takes the man seriously should have their fucking head examined. Guys, that's all I got for Off the Script today. We're going to get into the super chats. I appreciate you guys very much for hanging out on this happy hour, Friday afternoon. It's 2:30 in the afternoon. Hit that thumbs up. Let's try this. 3,000 people in the venue tonight, man. I need at least 2,000 likes on today's OTS 434, man. Hit that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below if you guys want the latest on all the news and rumors, man. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. You're going to get it right here, the way you deserve it, on Off the Scripts. Super chats are open. Memberships are open. Get them on in. We're going to hang out and the show. Now, I'll be live tonight for SmackDown, man. I'll be back again tonight for SmackDown. We're going to talk everything that happens with Roman Reigns and Matt Riddle and Vince McMahon, his official public statement as why he's stepping away. Or stepping back, I should say. Not stepping away, stepping back from WWE. Let's get into the Super Chats. If I could get my YouTube studio working here, there you go. Clancy Lonnie Middle. First one in the venue tonight, man. $5 Super Chat. Was let down yesterday when Vince wasn't addressed on OTS. As always, JD knew more was coming and once again proved why he's number one in the IWC. Now you guys know why I didn't talk about it last night or yesterday, man. You gotta wait. You gotta wait, man. The Undertaker. $5 Super Chat. New Alter Bridge album has released on August 14th and is entitled Pawn and Kings. Undertaker, you think I don't know this, bro? You think I don't know this, man? Thank you, bro. Steve Wynyard with a UK $2 Super Chat. Jesse's tacos are overrated at Charlotte with a cute emoji. Yeah, Steve, I heard some negative things about Jesse's tacos. I heard some negative things about Jesse's tacos so much that this woman is laughing at her. Ha, 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 ha. Tacos 316 says, your tacos suck. Jesse's tacos are under investigation, man. Matt Eagle with the $4.99 Super Chat. Vince steps down but still runs creative. How's that fair with accusations against him? With Triple H in charge already. Now, if there's one thing I wish for, it's Vince McMahon to be completely removed from everything. But that's not going to happen, and that has not happened, and don't expect it to happen. Joseph Taylor with a $5 Super Chat. Vince apologizing is like me working for AEW, not happening. David Hill with a $5 in UK Super Chat. It sounded like on Pat McAfee's interview with Vince that he wasn't with his wife. People say married, but not together. Vinnie Mac was laid the smack down. Yeah, I missed that part. I only watched that interview once, but he did say that. Absolutely did say that. Brian Satin on that interview said, oh, that interview will be looked at for years to come about how to humanize a man. Yeah, he's really fucking humanized, all right, you fucking emo fuck. Brian Satin. My God, man. Probably fucking crying that his fucking Lord and Savior, Vince McMahon, has been removed. Fuck off, clown. DJ Pac-Man with a $5 Super Chat. Here's why Vince won't return. Someone will rightfully tell him to shove it, and he'll have a stroke because he can't do anything about it. Vince isn't having a stroke, bro. This is the genetics jackhammer that we're talking. He's not going in. Turning F with a $2 Super Chat. I wonder if Vince is going to do his grapefruit promo. I don't know what he's going to say, man, but I'm going to be short and sweet. I can't even listen to the man fucking speak anymore. Matt Eagle with a $4.99 Super Chat. Until Vince is 100% removed from power, we may never see true change in WWE. This is just a band-aid with Stephanie running the office. Larry Kemp with a new membership. Larry, what are you drinking, brother? Thank you for joining the OTS family. Tom Johnson with a $5 Super Chat. Max Caster's rap on Wednesday will be the best thing that comes out of WWE scandal. Must-see television. I already has a scandal. I already has a rap tonight on Rampage that mentioned the scandal. Tommy Brannigan with a $2 Super Chat. It's long overdue for Vince to step down. Yes, it is. Leo Gallimara with a $5 Super Chat. First domino that fell was Sasha and Naomi. Ever since then, it's been one bad thing after another with WWE. Any chance Stephanie brings them back? Possibility, man. I covered all my bases in today's show, man. It may be something that has Sasha maybe second-guessing himself. Jim Cornette with a $1.99 Super Chat. Vince likes chocolate, I see. I guess you did some investigation of your own, Jim Cornette. Yeah. You know Eli with a 4-month membership. I'll believe this is the end of Vince if Stephanie removes him from creative completely and replaces him with Triple H. That's not going to happen, man. That's not going to happen. Tommy Brannigan with a $2 super chat. Bruce Pritchard and Johnny Laurinaitis needs to go.
Friendly control point nearby.
John Lumpkin with a $4.99 super chat. They will put this under the rug like Watson in the NFL. It's gonna be a quick phase, man. It's gonna be quick. Captain Solo with $5 super chat. Vince and Johnny Ace. This couldn't have happened to nicer people. I know, right? Two swell individuals is Johnny Ace and Vince McMahon, man. QT, the content guy with a $9.99 super chat. What's up, JD? Love the channel, and you get nothing but respect from me. Watch others, and all they do is disrespect Naomi and Sasha. I always said you know your worth when you're not happy, and then move on. Love Naomi and love Sasha. QT, I've said this 1,000 times, man, and I can't say what I know, but the information that I know in regards to Sasha and Naomi, put Fightful and Fightful Select shit. Thoughts. What I know, the big wigs in the community are. George, Calhorst becomes a new member. George, what are you drinking, brother? What are you drinking, man? Round is on me. Mr. Orr with a $5 super chat. WWE released all them wrestlers probably around these interns was receiving that hush money. Yes, but the hush money came out of Vince McMahon's own pocket, Mr. Orr. It wasn't company money. Vince wasn't saving on payroll, you know, and then giving money to some fucking paralegal he was banging behind the fucking scenes. Come on. Paul Phoenix 713 with a $10 super chat. I hope she does go to AEW because it'll be the best FU to Vince and will be more valued there than she ever was in WWE. Sasha doesn't need WWE. WWE needs Sasha. When that woman leaves, every single fucking bone in that women's division that was ever cared for is leaving with Sasha Banks. Oh my God, with a $5 super chat. With Stephen Shaw, do you think Triple H will be back in power? Only attempt to fix the show. No. Possibility. But I do not think that's going to reach that level. Gang Green David with a $4.99 super chat. Bobby Lashley would be a great opponent for Roman Reigns at SummerSlam, but what about AJ Styles? Well, I did mention AJ Styles, bro. Open your ears, bro. I mentioned AJ Styles, and I mentioned Bobby Lashley, and maybe Edge. Edge for Reigns or Edge for Rollins. Either one. Dre King James with a $1 super chat. Bro, give it to Issa behind the bar, man. I don't need it. Captain Solo with a $5 super chat. Booker T is starting to make guys like Bully Ray, Disco Inferno, Mick Foley, and Eric Bischoff sound like rocket scientists, and that's pretty hard. You got some terrible fucking opinions in there, man. Bully Ray, he's hot and cold. Disco Inferno's a fucking moron. Eric Bischoff is a fucking clown, and Mick Foley, I haven't heard Mick Foley yet, man. I don't listen to these fucking has-been wrestlers in their podcast, man. The only one I really listen to is Jericho and Jim Ross. AEW March 2018 with $2 super chat. Can Banks get out of the 90 days with the lawyers? Absolutely. There will be no 90 days. If it's in the hands of the lawyers, that will be written out of the contract. Sasha will not have a 90-day non-compete. WWE is going to hold on to her as long as she can, or as long as they can, man. Or maybe within WWE's realm, they keep the 90 days and just let her go. Bradley Robinette with a $1.99 super chat. This could be a decent SmackDown, but probably not. I expect Reigns and Riddle to be great. JT Golden with a $1.99 super chat. Vince probably eats Blue Chew like Skittles. Well, he has to. BlueChew.com, code JD, man. Hopefully he's using that code JD at checkout. Edmund Van Buren with a $4.99 super chat. I know it's a long shot, but can step up Paul Heyman ride a few Raws and SmackDowns so we can get a great wrestling mind with the talent WWE has? No. Nothing will change, Edmund. No. Ricardo Linnell with a $4.99 super chat. Vince being temporarily removed, but still being added to it is just next level trolling of the WWE fans. Go away, Vince, and his clown squad. CJ Voorhees with a new membership. CJ, thank you so much, brother. What are you drinking tonight? World of Wrestling with $5 super chat. Vince must watch the show because he probably was buying Blue Chew to get on it with his paralegal. LOL. I hope so. BlueChew.com, code JD, man. Gallo with a $5 super chat. Missed the show. Did you cover Sasha and Naomi recap? Gonna rewatch. Sorry, bro. Mustangs rule. I did talk about Sasha after we talked about the Vince McMahon scandal, brother. It's all in the show. Make sure you guys go back and rewatch if you missed anything or you joined the chat late. Guys, I appreciate you joining me on this Friday afternoon at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, man. We had 3,500 large today. Thank you so very much. I wish I could tell you this was an everyday thing, man, but off the script, we killed it as usual. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Linda Carter with $5 super chat. Since the pandemic, WWE has had a major downfall. If you notice the timeline. Side note, why hasn't Sonya Deville ever had a meaningful story? WWE did have Sonya Deville in a meaningful storyline with Naomi, and they botched it. They completely dropped it. Naomi should have won the Royal Rumble by eliminating Sonya Deville and effectively ending that story. Anyway, guys, I appreciate all the super chats. I appreciate everybody that stopped by and joined me to hang out for this happy hour, man. I will be live tonight for SmackDown after Rampage. We'll go live at 11:15 or so. We'll talk about SmackDown. We'll talk about Vince. We'll talk about Reigns and Riddle and the direction going into the Money in the Bank pay-per-view and possibly SummerSlam. We'll see what happens. Don't know what's happening on Rampage. I know Ospreay's wrestling tonight as well, so we'll check that out. And it will be live on YouTube at 11:15, man. SmackDown and Rampage review right here from the OTS venue. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Turn on that bell for all notifications. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitter, man, at JD from NY206. On Instagram as well, at JD from NY206. Go check out all the other videos on the channel. If you missed anything, man, everything you need is on the homepage. Chef Party, top events, Ramsey Order, we cover it all, man, on top of everything. Go on the homepage for if you missed any of the content this week. And that's all I got. You guys know the deal, man. I got my cold beverage. I'm ready to go hop in the shower and take a nice brisk walk around the neighborhood. Maybe legitimately go somewhere for happy hour and some fucking boneless wings. I need those guitar emojis in the chat. I need those Mustang emojis in the chat for my VIPs, and I need that fucking music on max. Guys, I'll see you tonight for SmackDown. Thank you for a great stream, and I'll see you right back here tonight.
Bet365 is paying out before the final whistle.
Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout offer. When you bet on a team to win and they take a 17-point lead, you get paid no matter the final score. Forget the final whistle and start counting that cash. Hold up, you get early payout on parlays too.
Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Maryland. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
Looking for a big new game to play? Well, there's no game bigger than the new dino-sized Jurassic Park scratch-off from the Maryland Lottery, which gives you a chance to win up to $50,000 instantly. And if that weren't enough, you can enter for a chance to win an exciting trip to beautiful Hawaii, where you can win up to $1 million. So get down to your local lottery retailer today, and welcome to Jurassic Park. Please play responsibly.
Bet365 is officially live in Maryland.
Right now, new Bet365 customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets, win or lose. So you can turn that $200 into something bigger when you bet on money lines, spreads, overs, player props.
$200 in bonus bets with new customers bet $5. I know where I'm going to bet from now on. Download the app today and see why it's never ordinary to Bet365.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Maryland. T&Cs apply. In-app only.
With Bluevine's platform, business owners can spend less time on betting and more time doing what they love. Take some breaks. Bluevine customer and CFO of Super.
Since switching to Bluevine, we have saved countless hours, both in mobile deposits being so easy to do, and as well as the online banking side of things being so streamlined.
See how Bluevine can help your business. Get started at bluevine.com/radio. That's bluevine.com/radio. Bluevine is financial technology company, not a bank. Banking services provided by Coastal Community Bank. Member FDIC.
Is AEW successful? Why is Tony Khan running his promotion better than Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard are running Monday night and Friday night? Long-term focus.
What is going on, guys? Thank you so very much for joining me right here on Off the Script. This is your Friday Night SmackDown and AEW Rampage post-show for June 17th, 2022. I am your host, JD from New York, as always, coming to you live from the OTX venue. Thank you guys so very much for joining me on your Friday nights, wherever you may be. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Where do I even begin? Where do I even begin? First of all, if you guys missed the podcast, very, very important. Very, very important podcast. If you guys missed the podcast, it went live earlier this afternoon, 1 p.m. Off the Script, episode 434. We talked about Vince McMahon scandal, the allegations, Stephanie McMahon being named the interim CEO, and Vince stepping back. Not stepping down, he's not stepping away, he's stepping back. Stephanie McMahon is the interim CEO of World Wrestling History. Vince McMahon was promoted for SmackDown tonight, and everybody was kind of running around in the community, swirling the idea around of what Vince McMahon was going to say. And when SmackDown started at 8 p.m., we heard that iconic theme music, No Chance in Hell. People singing along to No Chance in Hell, chanting for Vince McMahon, cheering Vince McMahon as if nothing ever happened. Just happy to see him. Happy to see him. This man was revered as a legend and a hero on Friday Night SmackDown. He shows up. He says absolutely nothing of any substance. He goes over what the opening graphic of WWE television is. Then, now, forever. And the most important word in that phrase, together. We're in this together. Throw the microphone down, and legitimately, it lasted less than 45 seconds. Vince McMahon's promo, the open SmackDown, lasted less than 45 seconds. Like down to Vince McMahon, all this other bullshit, heralding this guy as a fucking hero. Struts down to the ring, struts out of the ring, smile on his face. They weren't kidding, man. Business as usual on Friday Night SmackDown. The locker room did not appreciate business as usual. They did not. There was actually backstage frustration over Vince McMahon's SmackDown appearance, and this is coming from Seth on Fightful Select. He's provided an update on the backstage reaction to the news that Vince McMahon will be on the show. The reaction that Fightful got when speaking to people in the company was that of frustration, as they saw what happened and heard what was going to happen, and they viewed the move as largely a superficial move. One talent said they saw Vince appearing on screen as a cheap ratings ploy in the middle of something serious, and don't expect much of the culture or presentation of WWE to change with McMahon still around and in control of the creative. They go on to say, and quote, as long as Vince McMahon still has his creative duties, nothing will change. What could possibly be different? If he asks something Stephanie as interim CEO, is she going to say no? One wrestler added. There are numerous sources across multiple departments in WWE who have stated to Fightful that they will communicate to higher-ups and possibly Vince McMahon himself that appearing on screen in character isn't a good idea. One wrestler even feared that McMahon would attempt to turn this into a Vince McMahon versus the world documentary that existed after the steroid trial, as seen in Stephanie's post-9/11 speech on SmackDown. However, the one source that we spoke to here at Fightful that was close to Vince McMahon now, and during those eras, agreed this is the biggest threat to McMahon's power since the steroid trial. Fightful has also spoken to several people backstage about change within the company. One top star in WWE said that they didn't really know what was going on, but that they've heard in theory, Stephanie McMahon is my boss. If she's my boss, got fucking rules. A former employee that worked with Stephanie prior to her team being dismantled said that the tone was always that she would be in that role eventually, CEO. She knows and breathes the business, and she's seamless. They also noted that the narrative around friction between McMahon and Stephanie McMahon wasn't something they personally experienced. Another talent said that, I quote, I imagine it won't change much, but I love Stephanie, so that's good. I imagine Vince keeps his position in creative, and once the investigation is over, we'll be back over if he is. And first of all, I love the news because it justified legitimately everything I said on the podcast earlier in the day. Everybody was throwing fucking ticker tape parades. Everybody was busting out fucking bottles of champagne and fucking pouring these drinks over us. JB, WWE is set to change. WWE is going to be different. We got a new era. This is what you want for all these years. You finally get it. What are we getting? What are we getting? We're getting absolutely jack shit. We're getting jack shit handed to us on a fucking silver platter, man. I knew what was going to happen before anybody reported what the backstage feeling in the picture was. Stephanie McMahon is CEO, interim CEO by title only. That is it. Vince McMahon is never going to allow anyone outside or a McMahon to run the fucking company until he is dead in the ground. 6 feet under. If they even bury him 6 feet under. I don't know what the fuck was going to happen to Vince McMahon when he's not walking amongst us anymore. Vince is never going to relieve himself from this position, especially over the years. Man, I think people really need to come back down to earth, man. They really need to come back down to earth. Stepping into the he's in the CEO position for the board of directors and for all the fucking shareholders only because they need somebody there. They need a McMahon representative there to show face. Vince is a mastermind. I said this earlier. Vince is a mastermind. He had this all strategically planned out. They badmouthed Stephanie. They buried Stephanie in her old position. She went away. Only for Vince to then have these allegations brought against him. And then he went to the board of directors, which was a total of 12 people, him and Nick and Stephanie McMahon included. He was still on the board of directors. He went to the board of directors before he was asked to step down. Or maybe he wasn't asked to step down. I don't know. Maybe he did it on his own board. Maybe Jerry McDivitt and his team of lawyers told him to step down. That was probably the right move. But before that was even done and executed, he went to the board of directors, Nick Khan included, and he gave them the option to hire a new CEO interim while he does step away or step back. Step back, not step down or step away, step back. Well, he takes care of his business, and when all this is swept under the rug, which I absolutely believe it will be, he'll be back, and nothing will be talked about. Everybody's gonna pretend like nothing ever happened. But Vince is mastermind. He wasn't looking for Nick Khan to ultimately choose an interim CEO. If Nick Khan had the power to choose an interim CEO, Vince McMahon would never get back that title as CEO. He'd be actively removed, period. So Vince McMahon is a mastermind. Everything is done perfectly. Now Stephanie, everybody loves Stephanie, right? Everybody wants to see Stephanie in charge. Stephanie's married to Triple H. Everybody having these fucking images of grandeur all of a sudden, right? Oh, Stephanie's gonna give power to Triple H, and she's gonna be back to normal, and Bruce Pritchard's gonna be fired, and the Beaver, he's gonna be fucking fired. Nothing is going to happen. Will there be internal change in the house? Yes, there will be. There has to be. Just to show the board of directors that she's doing something proactively in Vince McMahon's absence. Well, Vince McMahon, he'll be able to hear the word no. He may be on the receiving end of the no's. Well, Vince McMahon is running the Gotham City, I said, from the fucking shadows. Stephanie McMahon is nothing more than a puppet. He's a puppet. If anything, this is a test. This is a little test for Stephanie McMahon to run the company and get a feel for what it is right now when Vince McMahon no longer can do it and he really needs to step away 100%. Nick Khan is hoping that he takes all the power from the McMahons. He's hoping that this will be it, right? Because I do believe Nick Khan is the whistleblower in this. I really do believe Nick Khan told the board of directors what was going on, and this forced Vince McMahon's hand. He thought he was going to get rid of Vince McMahon. He got rid of Vince, he got rid of Stephanie, he got rid of fucking Triple H. Vince McMahon was the only one left. So he thought he had Vince McMahon fucking dead to and Vince pulled out the fucking Joker card on him, and so Vince is the boss. I don't understand why people are thinking this is some big fucking deal. Stephanie McMahon is only CEO, interim CEO, in title only. Vince is still running everything operational about WWE. If anything, in his appearance tonight, did anything, it showed you exactly what weapons, smiling, Goldberg. Vince McMahon's move backstage is said to be of that hidden joking around. DW Insider reported that McMahon is backstage at SmackDown and was seen joking around during the production meeting, and he was not selling anything at all. Multiple sources stated that McMahon has been in a great mood. Nothing was said in regards to the allegations to people backstage, but there have been rumors about the situation being addressed with the talent, but thus far, nothing has happened. The pre-show meetings were described as weird, and some are privately wondering how many NDAs were uncovered. As noted in the Wall Street Journal, there may be others who have reached deals to keep quiet about misconduct. Whatever is planned for McMahon is being kept quiet, and people on creative have not been told what he will say on the show, which I just went over. John Laurinaitis has not been seen backstage. Good riddance to John Laurinaitis. The swamp needs to be cleared, starting with him and Bruce Pritchard. Get them the fuck out. They got no business. Their womanizing ways are over. Their sexual advances towards women are over. The misconduct and mistreatment of the women's division is over. Get them out. Get them out. They do not belong in a pro wrestling capacity anymore. Goodbye. Nobody will miss John Laurinaitis. This fucking raspy ass fucking old man teaser fucking voice, man. People power, right? Go people power yourself somewhere else, man. Like I said on the podcast earlier, he's now nothing more than the Bella's bitch. Good riddance. If this promo or segment by Vince McMahon shows you anything, it's that the man is 100% still in charge of WWE. Nothing will change creatively until he is actively done 100%, and the sense of Vince McMahon no longer lingers in the backstage environment is going to be more the same. That's coming directly from the fucking locker room. They don't believe a single thing he's gonna fucking change. So why are you thinking anything is going to change? The only thing that's going to change is that Vince McMahon will now appear to everybody, especially the drones out there on social media. This man will be heralded more of a god than ever before. Because I already see it happening. All the geeks out there thinking that he's really the genetic Jack Hammerings and he's some sexual fucking Hugh Hefner, fucking 76-year-old. Oh, Vince McMahon, great. Great. The old man mentality, the fucking old boys club mentality has got to get the fuck out of WWE. I said this before, the change that we are all wanting could potentially happen. But I don't really see much of anything happening. She may clear the swamp and people may get turned down on but you may see moves like that made, you may see people that were fired on the team brought back. But Triple H is now getting innocent back. Black and gold is not going to represent itself on Tuesday night. Nothing's going to happen creatively as we saw on television tonight. Nothing felt different about it. Nothing looks different about tonight's show. It's all bullshit. It is all bullshit. I don't understand why people are up in this fantasy realm thinking that Vince McMahon, well, because he stepped down from CEO, things are going to be drastically better. If the man is still in charge of creative, then expect nothing to change. Nothing. Stephanie could combat him on things here and there, but it's not really going to make any lick of a difference because Stephanie, no matter what she does and whatever problems she has and whatever she wants to do, she's got to go to Daddy Vince. Vince makes the ultimate decisions. Now, then, now, forever. Together, Vince makes the ultimate fucking decision. The other big thing that happened tonight, Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle and Roman Reigns for the WWE Undisputed Universal Heavyweight Championship of World Wrestling Federation. The match itself was fun. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that was one of the best TV matches that I've ever seen. Honestly, I felt like it was one of the weakest Roman Reigns matches that we've seen. Whether that has to do with the layoff and him being off fucking TV for 4 weeks, or if WWE gave us 6 fucking commercial breaks in the middle of the fucking match, which was difficult for the viewer at home to get invested in what the fuck they were doing. No matter the reason, I felt like it was one of the weakest Roman Reigns matches that we've seen. We've seen a lot better than the quote-unquote Bible Chief. Do you feel Matt Riddle was enhanced a little bit more so in this match with Roman Reigns? I don't think so. In fact, I think he looked worse. To be brutally honest with you, I was expecting this to take Matt Riddle to the next level. I don't feel Matt Riddle taking to the next level. I honestly feel Randy Orton assuming the Randy Orton and RK Bro took him to that next level, and Roman Reigns didn't really do anything to handle it. I don't think so. I don't know what you guys think, but I didn't feel so. It was a good match. Of course it was a good match. It was great. It was great. It was a good match. But I don't feel like this was a breakout performance for me, or I've seen a lot better from me. I mean, it was what people after them. That's not everybody talking. WWE in their typical way can't give any spotlight to Matt Riddle because of the title match in the with Roman Reigns. That was really fucking erased from history. As soon as Brock Lesnar came out, yes, Brock Lesnar came out. Roman Reigns ended the match at 9:52 Eastern Standard Time. It was 5 minutes right before WWE goes off the air. We actually go off the air on the East Coast here at 9:57 with SmackDown to give that 3-minute buffer for the Fox 5 News at 10 o'clock. 5 minutes. Gets on the microphone, blah, blah, blah. Acknowledge me, walking out, see Brock Lesnar's music. Brock Lesnar comes out wearing flannel. Who the fuck wears flannel in summer? How cold it is in Minneapolis. How hot it is right there, Minneapolis. Or if it's fucking cold. But he came out wearing flannel, cowboy hat. I felt like I was having fucking deja vu all over again. Living Groundhog's Day. Once again, WWE. We don't get that Lesnar gets in the ring. He sends his hand to Roman Reigns. He wants Roman Reigns to shake his hand. And then he goes to shake his hand like a dumbass. And then he gets F5. Brock Lesnar, F5, Roman Reigns. And within minutes on social media,
We get to me. Don't worry about it.
in a last man standing match for the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship at SummerSlam. Yes, WWE is once again giving a Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns match at SummerSlam. And this is absolutely glistening. If you are even remotely invested in this, you may think the dumbest fucking shit I have ever come across. If you are excited about this match, you have absolute shit for brains. You are absolutely somebody I would not want anywhere near me talking professional wrestling. Go watch somebody else who somehow is fucking excited about this bullshit. Everything that I do on this channel, I give the best fucking ideas in the entire fucking world. I laid out exactly the roadmap that WWE needs to drive down on the road to SummerSlam. And what do? They give you Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns again. What is this? The 9th time since 2013. I don't get it. I don't get it. And the funny thing is, folks, I have people on social media claiming to me that it was the only option and WWE is out of options. Now, the only person that would tell that, especially to me, who's probably smarter than 99.9% of the fucking community, you're going to tell me that WWE is out of options? You're going to tell another fucking fan who might not be on the same level of intelligence as me, right? You're going to tell this to somebody else and say that Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar is the only option for SummerSlam. Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar is not the only option for SummerSlam. First of all, this is a Nick Khan initiative, okay? Nick Khan is such a great businessman that I don't think he really understands what the fuck is going on creatively on television. Maybe he doesn't fucking watch the show. Clearly he doesn't, because in some fucking sick and twisted reality, Nick Khan thinks that WWE can sell out a fucking full football-sized stadium for SummerSlam in the middle of July, at the end of July, in the middle of the summer, and get away with it by booking Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns again. I'm sorry, I failed to understand why, A, you're booking a stadium that you creatively, with the way your product comes off on television, is a fucking laughing stock. What makes you think you're going to be able to sell out a stadium where the fucking Tennessee Titans play NFL all season in the middle of the summer for SummerSlam? That's your first fucking mistake. Maybe he doesn't watch the fucking show. Does somebody need to get him a fucking email? Like Vince McMahon cheating on his wife? Get him an email and tell him how fucking atrocious the current WWE product is? Please, put somebody in WWE corporate. Get that in. Get that email to me. Stop. I want to stop in this fucking Google fucking Gmail account on Monday morning, 9 a.m. sharp. I don't get it. This is not the only option. Imagine telling somebody that this is the only option when you have Bobby Lashley and AJ Styles on the other show. On the other show. You know, the show that Roman Reigns refuses to go on. The other show that Roman Reigns is holding their championship hostage. Imagine telling somebody that that's the only option. Bobby fucking Lashley is on Monday in Raw, flexing his fucking oily muscles so that Vince McMahon can get a hard-on in his $20,000 Gucci suit. Imagine telling me that there's no option for Roman Reigns. But Brock Lesnar needs to come back to WWE. It's absolutely fucking done. Not even Bobby Lashley, AJ Styles, Kevin Owens, right? I don't give a fuck. There are options. WWE is just afraid to take them. This is what they get. This is what they get. How sad of Roman Reigns' title reign going into 2022? Did you ever think that he was going to get as bad as it is now? I was an advocate for Roman Reigns' title reign. I was. I thought everything he was doing was fucking great. He won the glove and everything fucking turned to gold. He was putting on banger after banger after banger after banger. The fucking stories in the ring were tremendous. His fucking match was tremendous. We're hearing everybody else put the fucking ring on, right? And now look at 2022. I mean, Seth Rollins is another one, right? But I'll get to Seth Rollins in a second. Imagine coming out of the Royal Rumble in that banger match with Seth Rollins. That Roman Reigns title run going into 2022 will be one of the most uneventful, one of the worst WWE World title runs of the modern era. Roman Reigns title run. The second half of this 700-plus day title run. It's one of the worst title runs of the WWE modern era. And nobody will convince me otherwise. Part-time schedules, no shows, no appearances, taking the title away from Monday Night Raw, leaving on the fucking Austin Theory oil match. This is what this title reign is boiled down to. This is what this title reign has boiled down to. This is your fault. This is not Roman Reigns' fault. This is all Vince McMahon's fault. This is all Bruce Prichard's fault. This is what happens when A, you put all your eggs in the Roman bloodline basket, and B, refuse to create new stars. Which only two people that are right now credible against Roman Reigns go down with injury legitimately 3 weeks from each other. And you are left with nobody else? Whose fucking fault is that? I'm not taking any fucking sympathy coming from me. I know the fucking geeks online are gonna fucking jerk off the fact that Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns are gonna go to SummerSlam. Are you truly excited about this? Or are you just genuinely a fucking dick rider, man? Are you a I can't stand it. This is a match for the fucking blithering idiot out there who doesn't know any better. People like me and you, this match sucks. The match at WrestleMania is one of the worst WrestleMania main events in company history. If you think 27 fucking F5s and German suplexes combined with 7 spears and 6 Superman punches constitutes as a great wrestling match, Jesus fucking Christ, man. You must be coming over from Denise's check. If that's not the case. You can't be fucking serious. You can't be serious. This shit sucks. This is really, I said it, man. I want to see everybody go. I want to see everybody go bonfire by themselves a SummerSlam t-shirt, man. I think any time that I said SummerSlam, I say it every single year, man. It doesn't even fucking count. The last time we said it. It applies so much more now this year, man. Go get your SummerSlam t-shirt. They're on sale right now. Get ready for the summer, man. This is nothing more than a summer scam. WWE foolishly thinks that they're bigger than they think they are. And they can't even sell out a third of the fucking stadium that will be fucking SummerSlam this year. You want to know why? Because of what they're doing. You think the fucking casuals are going to fly to Tennessee in the fucking heart of the summer to watch a match that we've seen fucking 9 times already? Roman Reigns beat Brock Lesnar already at WrestleMania when it counted for both titles. Now he's got to do it again? I'm sorry, I failed to see how this keeps people's interest. What will happen? What's going to happen? Seth Rollins tweeted out, he put a fucking, he put one of those emojis with somebody putting his fucking palm over their fucking face, man. He was so disgusted about what he said, which is an inside thing also planted about what things to come. Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar will have their match at SummerSlam on July 30th in a last standing match for the WWE Universal. Okay? Now, what I think will happen is that they're perfectly. It's basically what I've been thinking, but they're doing it at SummerSlam instead of doing it at what I would do was Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns in Cartwell, and Drew McIntyre beating Roman Reigns to the Universal Championship. That's what I pitched. And then after that match is over, Rollins comes down and fucking does the match of the century all over again, and he wins the WWE title from Roman Reigns and takes the WWE title back to Monday Night Raw. And we're saying that theoretically Roman Reigns will lose both the Universal and WWE championships in the same night, so Rollins could take the title back to Monday Night Raw and do their fucking main event on Monday night again. Well, how do we do that, JD? They got to turn both titles. There's a way around it. You can fucking book it into the contract, put it in the contract sign, all those one time. There are ways around it. They're not unified. They are undisputed, or what the fuck they call them, the undisputed heavyweight championship. They are not unified. Unified means one. I see two. WWE doesn't call it the unified title on Monday night and Friday night. They call it the undisputed World Heavyweight Championship. So that's what needs to happen. That's what needs to happen. Now, Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns is happening at SummerSlam. Let's speed this up. Let's speed this up. Instead of that Clash at the Castle, we get McIntyre and Randall Rollins cashing in for the WWE title. We're going to speed this up to SummerSlam. Roman Reigns is going to beat Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam because he's got a date with Drew McIntyre at Clash at the Castle. We're going to get that match regardless. But Roman Reigns is going to beat Brock Lesnar. By that time we get to SummerSlam, Seth Rollins would have already won Money in the Bank. He's going to cash promotion on Roman Reigns, and he's going to do the Heist of the Century 2.0 at SummerSlam. And the kicker is, what he did at WrestleMania 31 was against Reigns and Lesnar. He's going to do the same thing in 2022 against Reigns and Lesnar.
There's no I in team, but there is one in Indeed, and that's the hiring platform that you need to build yours. When you're hiring, you need Indeed. Instead of spending hours on multiple job sites searching for candidates with the right skills, Indeed's a powerful hiring platform that can help you do it all. One of the things I love about Indeed is that it makes hiring all in one place so easy because Indeed does the hard work for you. They show you the candidates whose resumes on Indeed fit your description immediately after you post so you can hire faster. Join more than 3 million businesses worldwide that use Indeed to hire great talent fast. Start hiring now with a $75 sponsored job credit to upgrade your job post at Indeed.com/Blue Wire Sports. Offer good for a limited time. Claim your $75 credit now at Indeed.com/Blue Wire Sports. That's Indeed.com/Blue Wire Sports, and support the show by saying that you heard it on this podcast. Indeed.com/Blue Wire Sports. Terms and conditions apply. Need to hire? You need Indeed.
He's going to take the WWE title back to Monday Night Raw. How they do it, how they weasel it, how they fucking explain it, I don't know. That's their fucking job. I don't get paid to creatively write, though I should, for Bruce Prichard, because his ideas suck and I'm a fucking genius. That's what's going to happen. We're going to get a Heist of the Century at SummerSlam, and Seth Rollins is going to take that Money in the Bank contract back, or the WWE title back, the Money in the Bank contract, back to Monday Night Raw, while Reigns goes on to Clash of the Castle, defends the Universal title, loses that to Drew McIntyre, and goodbye, Roman. I'll see you at WrestleMania when you're in the main event against Rock, one-on-one. That's what's going on. That's what's going to happen. I don't understand this. I don't understand how people are excited about this, man. You know, they usually say the first one, episode 1, first part of a movie is always great. A couple movies that just bounce off my head that I love dearly, that are close to my heart, man. Jaws is my favorite movie of all time. Jaws 2 was okay, nowhere close to living up to the original. Jaws 3 was one of the worst movies I've ever fucking watched in the history of movies. Shit was fucking garbage. Jaws the Revenge, I kind of like because, I don't know, even though the shark looked fucking cheesy as fuck, I just love the setting. Nothing made sense about the movie. It was just a train wreck that I could not move my head away from the film. So, Jaws, right, is one of the greatest movies of all time. Jurassic Park 1 is one fucking Jurassic Park movie that even came close to the first one. Alien. Now, this is the only time I would say Alien 2 is better than Alien. That's something I agree. I like Alien better than Alien 1, so I guess that's a terrible fucking example. The Mummy with Brendan Fraser, right? How many fucking mummies did Brendan Fraser do? Nothing even came close to the first Mummy. Terminator 2 is another one, right? Terminator 2 is one of the greatest movies of all time, better than the rest. It doesn't happen often. How many times do we need to see the same thing happen over and over and over again? They're doing the same match and progressively getting fucking worse. Lesnar and Reigns progressively get lazier the more we get this match. The first match that they had at WrestleMania 31 was an all-time WrestleMania classic. It was one of the best WrestleMania main events of all time. I don't expect WWE to think that these guys are going to go out there and replicate that. Come on, man. How are you excited about this? I know I'm not. Give me a fucking break. This shit is fucking garbage. And if you're excited about this, you are absolutely mind-numbing the dumbest fucking idiot that may exist in the entire wrestling scene. Seriously. Anyway, we're going to go over SmackDown. We're going to go over Rampage. I appreciate you joining me tonight. I don't know, we got 3,100 people in the venue, man. Thank you guys very much for all your support. What a tremendous day, man. Between this and earlier, go check that podcast out if you missed it, man. We got almost 7,000 people. All day, live. That's tremendous. I thank you guys very, very much, man. You are absolutely taking the podcast to the next level. And I got some cool shit coming up, man. We got Beer Garden coming in less than a month. We got the outside and the inside of the Beer Garden, man. We'll be sitting pretty, man, drinking our fucking old fashions live all summer, man, from the Beer Garden. I may be so fucking happy that sometimes in the winter time I'll go to the Beer Garden and fucking get away from the goddamn cold, man. It's gonna be great. I can't wait to show you guys. It is very much me and everything about me, man. I saw a early prototype of what they're working on. It is fucking fantastic. I'm legitimately blown away. Blown away. Anyway, hit that thumbs up, man. Hit that thumbs up. We got 854 likes right now. I need at least 1,200 minimum inside the OTS venue tonight. SmackDown Rampage. Make sure you guys get those super chats in. Let me know what you think of tonight's embarrassing Vince McMahon promo. An embarrassing Vince McMahon appearance. And let me know what you think of Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. Once again, this time a last man standing match. Hit that join button. Become a VIP right here on OTX, man. See VIP with me. Wait till you guys to the VIP lounge in the beer garden, man. Oh, my goodness, man. You're going to need a dress code for this thing, let me tell you. Hit that join button. You guys get those emotes and those custom badges next to your name. Great shit right there, man. I'm also going to try and get some new emotes done if I can find somebody that will do what I want with the emotes. Just add to what we've already got in the chat. So go join the VIP club, man. Become a channel member right here on OPS. Also, again, go check out the podcast, man. Earlier, we went live at 1 p.m. this afternoon. Episode 434. So what that means is that there will not be a full-fledged podcast this weekend. I'll give you guys a bunch of extras and news, man. I got news. So we'll have some extras this weekend, and then we'll start a brand new week on Monday. Make sure you guys go get your t-shirts, man. Bonfire.com is the exclusive home of Off the Scripts. You guys can get this design and everything else that's on the website there, man. Summer Scam, JD is leaving. Everything is there, man. With the Don of the IWC now available on Bonfire.com. That is the exclusive home of Off the Scripts. So make sure you guys go and check that out. And hit up my sponsor for today's show, man. Today was sponsored by Audible. Audibletrial.com/scripts. John Mox has got his new autobiography that just hit Audible for free. You guys can get it. 9 hours of John Mox narrating his autobiography. That is audibletrial.com/scripts. Let's start at the top, man, with Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon started the show, strutted down to his music, playing up to the crowd. Large portion of the crowd was also singing along with his theme song, like I said. Got a huge pop after his introduction from the announcer, Samantha Irvin. Man took the microphone and said it was a privilege to be in Minnesota. Said he wants to remind everyone of the 4 words in the WWE signature in the intro. Then, now, forever, and most importantly, together. They said, welcome to Friday Night SmackDown and Rock and Roll. Thank you. Everybody was getting really curious what his name was going to say. I didn't expect him. At first, I expected him to at least come out and say something about what's going on. Give us the fucking dirt on what's going on. Or at least come out there and say that Stephanie is the new CEO interim, he's stepping back. Something. It's all public knowledge anyway. He came out and said absolutely nothing. He did not apologize. He did not say that he was going to come out and do better and that he's going to set a better example for somebody in the back. All I wanted to do was hear him say. All I wanted was to hear him say something along the lines of, I'm going to do better. I'm going to create a better environment backstage in the WWE. Things are going to be a little different around here. Whether or not you believe him, I don't really believe a fucking word out of his mouth. He's a fucking con man. He's a con artist. He's a mastermind and a genius, but he's also a con artist. Nothing along the lines of Stephanie being the CEO. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And people are showering this guy with cheers after all the news in the last 48 to 72 hours. Why are you showering this man with cheers? This man is public enemy number 1 in the eyes of WWE right now. He's going to be off the fucking hit list when all is said and done. Jerry McDivitt's going to get him out of this shit. And then what? For all the hope and fucking dream and aspirations and all the hoopla, you wanting a better WWE, you ain't getting a better WWE. You're going right back to what you fucking know, and that is garbage. This was a complete waste of everybody's time. A complete waste of everybody's time. What a joke. A complete joke is Vince McMahon. So, Michael Poland welcomed the audience to the show, and we got Matt Riddle coming out, and they're hyping up the Matt Riddle-Roman Reigns match. They recapped the video between the Bloodline and RK Bro. After the video, Riddle was in the ring with a microphone, ready to cut a promo and talk to the crowd in Minneapolis. The crowd chanted, bro, bro, bro. Says he's waited a long time for this opportunity. He said his friends and family are watching at home. So more importantly, his best friend and our friend, Randy, is watching at home. He said Orton has an operation coming up, and everyone wishes him the best of luck. So I guess this is Matt Riddle shooting out there, and Randy Orton legitimately is hurt, and we didn't know the extent of how injured he was, but Matt Riddle said that he has an operation coming up, and the rumor going around was that Randy Orton was going to be out and miss SummerSlam. Clearly that's the case because they announced Reigns and Lesnar is Randy Orton's replacement, and Randy Orton's going to be out for the rest of the year. How long he's going to be out, I don't know, but it's going to take him out of action for the rest of 2022. So Riddle is talking about Randy, wishing him the best of luck. He said he knows that Randy is wondering if he'll be able to recover. Riddle said we all miss him. He said that he doesn't care what kind of shape Orton is in. He loves him anyway. Riddle said that for 20 years, Orton has been killing legends, won a bazillion titles, had RKO videos go viral, and even set The Undertaker on fire. He said Orton sacrificed everything to entertain us. He said he speaks for everyone when he says, thank you, Randy. Then the fans started chanting, thank you, Randy. Riddle said that tonight he challenges Reigns for the undisputed title. He says he's dedicating the match to his best friend, Randy Orton. Riddle says he's going to get ready for his match and strut like a viper and play something we haven't heard in a long time. And then they played Randy Orton's music. And then he mouthed the words as he was blowing kisses to the fans in attendance was Matt Riddle.